Ignite. CEDH.
Welcome to Ignite CDH, where we spark the conversation of anything CDH. My name is Joseph.
I'm Kevin.
And today we have a special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Matteo. I play around the local area with Joe and Kevin here. I am an avid player of Yuriko. It's what I jam almost every tournament. And I have fun playing the game with these guys, and I'm happy to talk to you guys.
I wouldn't call you avid. I would call you probably one of the best Yuriko players.
Hey, I try a little thing here and there, but...
we have Matteo. He top 16 face-to-face 128 person event. He is known locally as Mr. Yuriko. He doesn't miss a tournament. This guy is fucking everything.
Yeah, the guy literally just never takes a weekend off. Like
you were literally like the go-to Yuriko list for the longest
I know,
time.
like when I sit against him, it's always just like, dang it, I'm facing Matteo because I play Turbo and he plays Control, and it's like we butt heads a lot.
Mateo's always going to have the counterspell. I guarantee.
Yeah, I think I'm actually ahead on Matteo. I think I've been pretty lucky against him, but whenever I see him like peek into his games, he's always has this like all his opponents are down to 12 to 9 life, and it's just hilarious to see where he gets. He has topped so many tournaments in the last year, including, like you said, face to face a couple weeks ago. What happened there? You had a good day, eh?
Oh, it was an interesting tournament. A big turnout, interesting decks to see, a huge diverse pool of a jumble of fun games. So much fun to see the different types of decks people were running. A ton of off-meta stuff you wouldn't see normal at the tournaments we go to.
Yeah, there was a big diversity because we had people come in, because this is the Spotlight event. Like, Canada probably will only have one this year, and probably none next year. Like, it's such a rare commodity for us. We had people come in from Calgary, Nova Scotia, up from the States. I know Sam Black was playing the main event. Fantastic weekend. A lot of fun. I know I played 2 days. I played Friday and Saturday. I got top 32, but wasn't good enough to make the cut. I just lost by 1 point. But overall, it was a good weekend. But the reason why we brought Matteo here is he's the ninja master in our neck of the woods. He knows everything ninja. So I want to...
what's this set coming out called? I think it's
My Little Pony.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my god, you can help with the ninjas. Wow, we got the ninja guy to talk about the ninjas.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, it's like... I think this is like the perfect timing. So he's going to tell us, hey, these ninjas are actually ass, or if these ninjas are good. Is this sneak mechanic going to be useful or not? As we do our little bit of a set review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or TMNT, because I can't say that over and over again. But first, before we get into that show, let's take a look at some tournaments coming up. Matteo, are you planning on going to most of the tournaments here?
That's the plan. What better way to practice than go to a tournament?
There you go.
Well, first we got Tough Mulligans, which is this coming Saturday. It is a free-to-enter online tournament through Spelltable. Highly recommend, for especially if you're new to the format, but also recommend because it gets very competitive at the high tables. Always a fun time. It's a guaranteed $400 of prizing, USD, completely free to enter. And based on the turnout, it could be multiple to 5 to 6 rounds and a cut to top 16 or top 10. The next tournament we want to talk about is our good friends at Gamebridge. They're hosting a Commander tournament on Sunday this weekend with a 10 proxy limit. $500 store credit for prizing at minimum. And they're good. I like this team here. I didn't realize this is Gamebridge, right? I just did, like, it doesn't, oh, there it is. I was like, their email is so weird.
Yeah, Cards and Chords. So they were Cards and Chords.
That's what CNC stands for.
That's what CNC stands for, yeah. They were Cards and Chords, and they were Cards and Chords Gamebridge. Then they went to CNC Gamebridge. And I think that's what they technically are now, but everyone just calls them Gamebridge.
So yeah, Gamebridge on March 1st. We have you just stumbled across this just a moment ago. We have a Friday Night Magic in Stayner, Ontario. Very close to our boy Andrew, who couldn't make it this episode. Definitely going to throw it at him, and it seems like it could be interesting for him. Not much to say about this. Don't know much about them. But shout out to those folks up in Stayner. Then we have our good friends over at Fantasy Forge Cards and Collectibles. They do a monthly 1K tournament. They have a good selection of cards. Love being playing there. I've unfortunately missed the last two tournaments. Last one was on my birthday weekend. Could not attend. My bad, friends. But hoping to come out to this one just in a couple of weeks. Matteo, you come to this one quite a bit as well, right? So you'll be currently at the... You're coming on Sunday, right?
Oh, most definitely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then this one's also on a Sunday, meaning I know you and your dad come out on Sundays. You come out on Saturday events, so hopefully be a good time seeing both of you there.
Oh, exactly. Try to make it out when we can.
15th
Perfect.
is a Sunday, right? Yeah.
All of theirs are usually always Sundays.
Yeah. Good folks at Fantasy Forge. I love the people. It's always... They're getting bigger and bigger almost every time I go. I haven't been in a while, but it's like pretty full house. And then, Kevin, take the show.
Hi. Yeah, we are hosting our next CEDH Mox Diamond qualifier on March 22nd, exactly a month from our last one. We had 22 people this time. It's full proxy friendly. $500 store credit split among the top 4. Top 10 earn qualifier points towards the tournament at the end of the year. And crazy to think we're already planning the third one. Like, that's nuts. It's all like we're getting into March already. But yeah, we got Mitch and Joaquim are qualified via winning their tournaments. It was an awesome day last time, and hoping that they keep being, well, they are going to keep being awesome. We're not hoping for it. They're going to keep being awesome.
Yeah. I ended up top 4ing that tournament. Almost had it at one point, but they just had all the interaction for me and didn't leave anything up for the Tim Madargo. It is what it is. Like, that's what happens when you play Turbo Row. So, that's coming up on March 22nd. Then on the March 28th, we have a double week tournament weekend. First off, we have Mana Lounge on the 28th.
So they have some interesting rules for this one. Notice at the bottom, conduct and enforcement. Mistriggers and slow play may result in penalties. Harassment, cheating, or unsportsmanlike conduct will result in DQs. All participants are expected to show respect to fellow players, judges, and staff. We have not played there before. I'm going to try to make it to this one. I think I'm free that weekend. But we don't know exactly what that means yet. Draws are also 0 points, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it should be a fun day regardless of the rules. Just don't be a jerk to people, I guess.
Yeah, it is a 20-card proxy event. Not a huge deal. Most of us typically have within 20 cards. I know a lot of the tournaments I play. I want to be inclusive. I want to play against the best players, so I'd rather no proxies, but we're still going to shout out the few proxy tournaments. They're not bad for the environment. They're just...
No, and especially 20 proxies, when you consider you have, like...
Yeah.
I have an almost non-proxy deck. You have an almost non-proxy deck.
I almost have 3 non-proxy decks.
Yeah, we can lend people cards out of our decks and proxy those cards to get someone down to their 20 proxies too.
Yeah,
it's
especially if you're a good friend of ours. Like,
yeah,
Matteo also has pretty much Yuriko's completely non-proxy. Your dad won a underground seed.
Between ours, we have 2. He has an extra one, full non-proxied.
Yeah. And then, I think we're all going to the next one here. Our boys up in Curtis are doing another dual land tournament. They've done this is number 6. I've top 4 2 of these tournaments in the past. Last time against Matteo, I believe. Last time I played. I did miss the 5th tournament, but I think the 4th tournament is where you, me, and some friends up in Mississauga top 4.
I believe so. Yeah, I think that was.
And then we got stomped by Elsha.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I had to face him a couple times. It's not fun both times.
He is fantastic player.
Oh,
But yeah,
definitely.
so this one is a guaranteed prizing for first. Is it Badlands, I believe?
Badlands.
I
yeah.
can't find where it says it.
Scroll up.
There we go. Receives a Badlands and then a Savannah raffled. So they like to raffle off a dual land, and if they hit cap, they tend to throw in another dual land. It doesn't say it here, but I know they have done that in the past. Don't want to throw anything at them.
And
But-
they tend to give out other cards for the rest of the top 4, right?
Yeah, they do a lot of raffles, and then there's top 16 raffle as well. They just like to throw cards our way. Super nice people. They gave me my artist, like, they sold me my artist proof signed at like a huge discount for Kenriff. Love these people. Like, they are super nice. They always they have literally a cafe built into the store, so you're never going hungry. It's just great times out there. That tournament should fill out, so I would say register as soon as possible.
Foodie note, they are also very close, like less than 20 minutes towards back to Cambridge, where I'm from. Very close to the last remaining Mongolian Grill, which is always a great dining experience. And then you get in the car and drive for an hour and pray that you make it home before.
Hey, if we both scrub out of top 16, we'll go for dinner that day.
I don't think I've ever made top 16. No, I think I did once there.
No, you've done once, I think.
Yeah.
I've done it 3 times and made top 4 twice.
Yeah.
I think Matteo's also is like 4 times in the top 16 there or something.
Been up there a few times, only the top 4 twice. I know one time I scrubbed out pretty bad, but
Yeah.
pretty good most
And
of the
then
time.
we have some Oakville tournaments. On April the 4th, they do tend to do, I believe, a 1K tournament. Doesn't say the prizing. Maybe on their actual website.
100% of entries given out as prizing. It said that
Oh,
there.
100% of entries.
Yeah.
It tends to fill out, like, it's typically a decent sized tournament almost every time. I've done fairly well at this store. They have very good selection of cards. I enjoy it. Hope to see you out there. And then I'm going to talk about the next one. It's already a capped, but our friends at the SOCC, Southern Ontario Competitive Commander, are hosting their first ever tournament, and they've capped it already. On April the 11th, we have a full 48, I believe, person tournament. Just going to pop off in a local store in Mississauga. This is where I play every Monday night. They do a Monday night league. Great time, and they're planning on doing up shirts and stuff like that, trying to give stuff out for free for the tournament. So I'm super excited for that. Can't wait to see what they get there. But let's go on to the main attraction. Mr. Shea, do you want to share your screen?
Yep. First, I'm going to go over our rating scale, just so we're all on the same page. 0 is unplayable in CDH. 1 is a fringe card. You need a reason to play it, like synergy with the commander. A 2 is an all-star for a specific commander, like Cataract Parasite with Ob Nixilis, or another card with Ob Nixilis. It's a little hint we're going to go with there. 3 is a solid card found in a lot of decks, like Oxygen Agent, Doth Voidwalker, Archivist of Ogma. 4 is staples that'll be used in most decks of their colors, like Swords to Plowshares, D-SWAT, Jessica's Will. And 5 is a format all-star you need a reason not to play, like Fisher, Ristic Study. I don't think we have any commanders this time, but if we go over some commanders, we'll get into that.
This set was a lot of 1s and 2s, I think, and a lot of 0s.
We also have a new mechanic, Sneak, which is almost like Ninjutsu, but not really. Sneak says you may cast this spell for its sneak cost if you also return an unblocked attacker you control to your hand during the declare blocker step. If it's a creature, it normally enters tapped and attacking. But there's non-creature spells that have sneak as well. This is different from Ninja or Ninjutsu in that you are casting the spell, you're not activating the ability. So it goes on the stack and it can be countered, responded to as normal. It's also different from Ninjutsu in that it must be during the declare blocker step. Ninjutsu you can do at any point in combat after it becomes an unblocked creature, so during the declare blocker step. So you can even do end of combat after the creature has dealt its damage. You can swap it out for something else. This you have to do in the declare blocker step, so you can't double dip like you can on some ninja cards. And
Yeah,
with
so
that,
it should be interesting. We got a few ninja cards just to talk about.
first thing we have up is Irma, Part-Time Mutants. Matteo, you highlighted this one specifically. What do you see in this?
Irma there, it's a great card for Yuriko. What better than a copy effect that doesn't die to legend rule? For 3 mana, it's great. The way I see this, most Yuriko decks run Roaming Throne style effect to double your triggers. This is 1 less mana. It's blue. Sure, at the moment it's just a 1/1, but a copy of a Yuriko is always great. Becomes a 1/3 and slowly gets bigger each turn. Personally, I like this. Jump from 3 mana to 4 mana is a big step, especially in CEDH. Having this out on an extra turn earlier is great. And honestly, with the way the game's been going, I've been not a huge fan of the way Roaming Throne's been playing.
Okay.
So it's interesting because it's a 1/1 until your combat. So if you cast it until on your main phase and go into your combat, it becomes the copy of that creature, except for it's named Irma, but it never changes back. It has this like permanent
Oh, I didn't notice.
ability, so you can always change it on every combat, but you're never getting Irma's 1/1 back. So it's kind of interesting. I definitely can see this coming down on, because turn 1 you want to play typically a 1-drop into a Yuriko, and then turn 3 having this come in, going to attacks with Yuriko, copying Yuriko, and then getting 2 triggers. Kind of hot.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, the one slight downside, unfortunately, is the fact that it does also target the creature. That kind of sucks.
You
It
can
can
get
be
blown out
interacted
there
with.
normally it's not useful to bounce Yuriko, but in this case it absolutely would be, just into the flood by Yuriko, and then you can't copy Yuriko. You gotta copy like your other little ninja you have, if you've been able to play anything.
No, okay. Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
Yeah.
you could keep an Irma still a 1/1 there if you fizzle the ability there.
True, yeah, it would be a 1/1, and if you have somebody who can get into one blocked, you can actually ninjutsu Yuriko back in, and then try again next turn with Irma. So it's not all hope is lost, but there is an interaction point there for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm kind of excited to see you play it. Hopefully it's not against me. It is a... I think it has potential. Like, that Roaming Throne effect for 1 less mana is a lot, but I do want to point out it does die to Bowmasters. So
Yeah, I mean, Bowmaster's a problem for most
it's a
of the
very
decks.
small window that it dies to
Oh, yeah.
Bowmasters, but it does.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that this I find is a huge upside compared to something like Roaming Throne. The color is a huge matter, especially in a deck like Yuriko, where all your spells are pitch a blue card, sack a blue creature.
That's
It
valid.
turns on all those interaction pieces.
True.
Yeah, because Flare of Denial, Force of Will, Force of Negation are
Oh,
cards
yeah.
you're talking about.
Exactly.
Commandeer. Yeah, that's
Another
this
one.
is
Oh
it.
yeah,
Do you play Subtlety? You don't play Subtlety, right?
I do. Oh yeah, subtleties.
Oh,
in there. Subtleties.
Yeah,
great.
dude.
So what's our grade here on Irma?
2 is it's like a staple for a specific deck.
Yeah, 2 is an
It's
all-star
a-
with certain commander.
It's
So
a
I would probably go
staple
with the
for Yuriko.
2. I'd go with the 2. This will be the ones, like, this is also like Kinnan number 2, stuff like that, right? And you can't find it with Kinnan, but it's still Kinnan number 2. I don't hate that.
What other decks that it can
Oh,
be
yeah.
good with?
I mean, anyone you plays blue, you want to copy one of your commanders, like this.
Yeah.
Technically,
Oh,
Most
Clark
inflation.
Shakashima.
Too. Karakushima, this is excellent at Karakushima. Oh my god.
It's a little. It's not that expensive actually. It's cheaper than all their stuff. Yeah, Karakushima would be.
Karakushima probably plays
Maybe
this.
like 2.5, almost 3. 2.5. I'm going 2.5.
I'm gonna go with just a 2. I think in its decks it'll be really good. I don't think it's gonna see play if you don't want to clone your stuff, especially
Yeah.
if it's like, and if it's not legendary creatures you're cloning, this is even more useless.
Exactly. That sounds good.
What's your thoughts on that, Matteo? What rating are you giving that? Oops.
I think 2's great. I mean, for something from the Yuriko standpoint, this is one of the few big staples from this set that practically would be in every archetype of Yuriko. You might swap it out here and there, but it's practically in every deck.
Next one up is Donatello Gadget Master. Donatello Gadget Master is a 3-mana blue creature with Sneak for 1 and a blue. Whenever Donatello deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. I think we all had this on our list.
It's very appealing to the brain. It's like has that ability to come in through Sneak, so it's a ninja, which triggers Yuriko or other ninjas you control. Which tends to be something you just want for 2 mana. That's pretty good for Yuriko, I imagine. But it also has that ability to copy an artifact you control. A okay artifact that we're learning with Yuriko is Roaming Throne.
Yeah.
Matteo's trying to cut it, but imagine if you could just copy this every turn, Roaming Throne every turn.
Yeah, of course, in those situations, yes, it would be amazing. The downside is always, how often are you going to have like one piece of the puzzle in your hand and the other puzzle somewhere else? I do think it's
Magical
it's not
Christmas
bad.
Land is really good. I think it has like a floor. I think the floor is probably much less than the ceiling, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. It probably won't see play in most Yuriko decks, but it could pop off in a couple.
This could also
Definitely.
be a good one where you want to copy, just have other artifacts. There's going to be a few
Extra soul
Urza-
rings, extra
Yeah.
mana vaults.
This is going to be a good Urza card. There's going to be a decent set for Urza. There's a couple good blue cards, but this might be sneaky good in Urza. I think there's ways you can copy this in Urza in other decks, where you might get some chip in value. It's probably a 1 for me overall. I don't think this is going to be great or world breaking. But I do think it will see some play.
Yeah, I don't like how it doesn't have like an invasion tactic. I wish more ninjas did have invasion because they would just be more strong, much stronger. This is a printed out at rare, and it has a very cool effect, but it has to deal combat damage to a player, which, let's be fair, most people are blocking a 3-2.
What the heck?
Exactly. Once you sneak it in, you
Especially
can.
if it's copying a roaming throne. It's nice that you get the ability at least once, but on the low skill, it could copy nothing. It could copy a soul ring or a mana vault or some sort of mana. You play other artifact creatures as well that could be decent, I believe.
There's a couple ones. I mean, nothing huge. Like it could copy your the automaton, the 1/1 changeling. Another use I see for this redundancy for copying stacks effects. Can't hurt to have a second null rod type effect in play. Harder to remove.
It can hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, not me. I mean, I feel like this
fair.
is.
Fair enough. It has a pretty nifty effect for a ninja. Very niche, but I'm going to give it a 1 as well. I think it will see play, but not a lot of.
Yeah, I think that's a fair rating. I feel like it's gonna be tested out a bit. Maybe some new, more heavier artifact based decks. There is another card that we might end up talking about. That's another artifact ninja that might see play with Donatello. That he's not bad with.
It sounds like it's a 1 all around for us. Next card is Donatello's Technique. Joe, you had this card. I'm going to put some of the cards you had first, Joe, just because you're on a time limit. Donatello's Technique.
I kind of like this card. I think it's pretty weak overall of an effect. Like, I play a lot of Ral. I like to see those draw 2s for 1 mana or 2 mana. I don't have a lot of attackers, but I don't think like Yuriko hates it. I feel like they'll attack in with an Ornithopter that they have every turn and just draw a card. Like, it's not bad.
I think just in the amount of impact you want to make in CDH with a card, I think this is low. It's
For
gonna
sure.
be it's gonna be at its best when you're recycling ATBs that you want to play. There's a bunch of decks that do want to do that, but I don't think this is almost a 0 for me. Maybe again, it's gonna be like a 0.5.
I'm going to give it a 0.5. I think it's a dud, but
yeah.
I think it has that ability to give the engines to Yuriko a little bit. Just like I just have an Ornithopter that keeps on attacking, putting in ninjas. I'm out of ninjas. Let's just play this 1 mana draw to. It's not
Exactly.
awful.
In situations like that where you have, say, a free creature to bounce, it's not a big deal, but once you start even getting into bouncing 1-mana creatures, then you get into the aspect of now it's, say, 2 mana to draw a card, because you gotta then put your creature back in play afterwards.
It's draw 2,
And-
but yeah, it's still...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll come up quite often, but my biggest downside with the sneak factor is the fact that it's in declare blockers. I don't get my trigger for the creature attacking,
Yeah.
so I would have to
Right.
bounce something I don't care about not hitting someone.
If this was regular ninjutsu, like in end step, this would be much better. Or in
Oh,
the end
definitely.
of combat, this would be a far better card.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, this is just an interesting way to recycle ETBs for me, and there's 100 ways to do that in CEDH. Because there's no uniqueness and it's a very low impact, I'm going to say it's 0 to 0.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seemed like a good
I
swing.
would say 0 to 0.5 as well, but I still like the idea of your Ornithopter's not entirely useless.
Oh,
But
definitely.
that's the only card I could really name in Yuriko that this would be lovely to bounce with.
Oh, yeah,
So,
any of the 0 drops there.
From
Yeah,
Donatello's
it's-
technique, we're going to go to Raphael's technique. 6 and 2 red, except it has sneak for 2 and a red. Each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards.
So,
Take it away, yeah.
obviously, this is a Ral-esque card, and I am the local Ral player.
So, I'm gonna ask you about this specific with Ral because you lose your floating mana when you go to combat with Ral. How often do you have floating mana with Ral?
So
But
you
you
do
don't.
have a lot of floating mana, but you also
Some of it's Bergy mana, so that stays.
some of it's Bergy mana, some of it's Electro mana.
Electric, yeah, that too.
But you can also untap stuff with Frantic Search or Hidden Strings and stuff like that. Like, it has to deal damage to Hidden Strings, but, like, I can have 2 mana up and wheel. I don't like it for Ral, to be honest. Like, a 6-drop normally, and then you have to attack and hit be unblocked. It's, like, I'm not going to bounce Ral with this. I need to hit a Regvan or something I don't really care about. So it's not like I don't see that it's having play. And they're doing like weird stuff with wheels now, where it's a May effect.
Yeah,
So you
that
may discard your
mitigate
hand and draw
feel
7.
bad in casual and in like other formats. That's how I see that anyway. The May coming up, which does take honestly a big it gives a big hit compared to like just a regular Wheel of Fortune effect, because part of the upside of Wheel is sometimes you just get turn 1 Wheel and you screw everyone else's mulligans, right?
Yeah.
I think
this
this
you
is,
cannot cast on turn 1. You're never casting this on turn 1.
I
in
mean,
Ral.
never
In
realistically. Yeah. No,
You-
this
you
is
can-
just to refill your hand in Ral, which is good. It's worth talking
You
about.
can dash in a Regvan and still have 3 mana up. You can theoretically cast this on turn 1, but that's such a investment and gamble. You're playing like land, Lotus Petal. I don't even know how you could do
You
it.
need a
Simian
lot.
Spirit Guide.
Land Lotus Petals,
Mana
Spirit
Vault.
Guides into like a couple rituals probably does it.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, I was saying like dash in a Regvan.
Yeah.
So you can
So-
do land, Simian Spirit Guide, dash
That's
in a
your
Regvan.
Yeah.
Lotus Petal for Soul Ring. And then you attack, no, you have to deal combat damage with,
Yeah, so that's why you need like the extra mana there.
you need one more extra mana, then you can't really do that easily.
It is noteworthy in Ral too. You might just sometimes cast this for like 4 or 5 mana when you have a cost reducer or 2 out. Like,
I don't need another. I don't play Time Twister. Like, I don't need another wheel. Wheels are nice, but like, 6 mana. Like, I play Echo because it's recursive for 3. Like, I could just pitch it and then cast it with LED. But I didn't like the idea of Echo until I kind of put that combo together in my head.
I'm not gonna lie. You were talking me more and more out of this card. The more words you say, this is like a 0.1 for me. Is zero. You might see this in a RAL deck at some point. I don't see it seeing place anymore.
I think it's hard kill. I'm going to say 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not great. I mean, you're probably going to see some rock pilots test it out just because of the possible evasion he can get in.
Yeah.
But honestly, probably after testing, it probably won't be that great.
Hey guys, you can bounce your Intali and then you may discard it and draw 7.
Next one. I think this is the last one you had that was just yours. Yeah, this is the last one you had that was just yours, Joe. Raphael, Tough Turtle. 1 of red. Alliance, whenever another creature you control enters, Raphael deals 1 damage to target opponent.
It's a terrible op card.
It's a
You do not play this over
card.
any one. You don't play it over any 2-drop that does 1 damage to opponents, but it could be an op card. It could be a high power op card, but
It's I feel like there's a lot of bad op cards, and this is one of those that you're gonna see in Ob Nixilis. It's a 1 for me. It's gonna be in that deck for a little while. Then they might find something else they like, or depending on the build of the deck, they'll probably change it back and forth between.
they do play a lot of creatures, but like at the same time, they don't really want to be playing a lot of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many better ones, like not Party Thrasher, like Unstable Amulet. I think is one of the best ones that you don't see as often. I want to see more Unstable Amulets from Ob Nixilis. Other than that, this card's pretty terrible. So I'm going to say it's pretty strong, that it could be interesting in Ob, but it's just probably not strong enough.
It's a 1 for me in Ob Nixilis and a 0 everywhere else.
Yeah.
Matteo?
I think that tracks. Yeah, even in Ob, I feel like investment of 2 mana just to potentially deal 1 damage when another creature comes in.
Yeah.
Ob will probably like it.
If it did 1 when it entered as well, kind of hot, but
Yeah, then you can use it to continue the chain. You can't use it to continue your Ob Nixilis chain here.
True.
Absolutely.
You'd
if you
ideally
could
have
make
an
a
Ob before.
token whenever you do damage, that would be nice.
Next up, we have Splinter, Hamato Yoshi. I probably butchered that pronunciation, and I'm sorry for all the TMNT fans out there. It has 1 and a black, or has Sneak for just a black mana. It's Menace, and other ninjas you control get +1/+1. 1/3 themselves. It is. There's another blue-black one that does something similar, Matteo, isn't there?
Yes, Silver for Master. Similar thing, extra cost, but does practically the same thing. Slightly different stats here and there, but in the sense they're very similar.
Yeah, they're
Can you bring up the Silverfoot Master?
Yeah.
I don't know that card. It's just. Oh.
Ninjutsu for blue-red or blue-black. Ninjutsu abilities you activate cost 1 less. Other ninjas and rogues get +1/+1.
Wait, why is there 2? What's
One's a arena-only card alternate.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
better in every way, but is not in Paper Magic.
So
this is
sorry,
just.
Can you show me that card one more time? I just want to.
How does Silver
Okay,
for
got it.
Master
Yeah.
perform in your list?
It's great. Honestly, the 2 ninjutsu is unfortunate. In certain archetypes, the buffing ninjas is very important.
Mm-hmm.
However, the cost reduction for ninjutsu, it's all right. A lot of them already are pretty low cost to begin with. We don't play too many high cost ones, but it does get nice here and there.
Highest cost you play is probably at most 4.
Yeah, there is 1 for 4, but it's a 1 mana ninja anyway.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you, just so we can relate it, a lot of times when there's a card that's already out, that's very similar, I like to compare it to that card. How would you rate Silver for Master, and how would you rate this compared to it? So, Silver for, I would say, is a 2. The way I see it, it's very good in Yuriko. How would you rate
Silver for as a 1 in Yuriko? I think some decks will be like happy to not play it.
Yeah.
But specifically Yuriko, that's the one all-star commander. That's the...
No, I'm saying some Yuriko decks don't want to play it.
Oh, really? Okay.
There are certain archetypes, that definitely won't run it.
Okay.
I do like it, but Splinter is definitely better, higher rating for sure. It'd be run in practically every archetype there is.
Okay.
The 1 mana to sneak it in is is too good, and it's got menace, already evasion on it. It's got everything you could want from a ninja.
Yeah,
there.
this I think it's an all-star ninja, probably the best ninja of the set for you.
Oh, correct.
Or
Yeah,
pretty close to it.
I was so happy at the end of their spoilers there when they finally spoiled a one mana sneak ninja.
Yeah, it's
to
one
bring.
mana for a menace ninja, and it makes your Yuriko hit for 2, and your other ninjas hit for 1 extra. Like,
Oh,
it just does a little bit of extra oomph, and it seems really hot. It sucks that it's a cast effect, but nobody has counter magic for creatures, anyways. I'm not like
You're not
too
spending
worried.
counter magic on this anyway.
Yeah. But
All right.
it's getting in every turn.
Next up, we have Super Shredder. This one is one of the earliest spoilers, so we've known about this one for a long time. 1 in a black, legendary creature, mutant, ninja, human. Menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Super Shredder. It is a 1/1 natively, and then it'll grow, obviously, throughout the game. Very, very noteworthy with this card is when a player loses the game or leaves the game, their permanents are considered to have left the battlefield. So this will get a counter for every permanent, including lands, that player has.
This triggers on fetch lands as well.
Yeah,
Damn. I did not think this through.
this triggers on a lot. I'm going to pull up...
It's going to be a big guy. It's going to be like a kind of like a slicer, but not as scary. Initial thoughts, did not like this card. I think it's getting better in my head for sure. But it is like, it's a 2 mana menace card. I don't know how many, like, obviously it's a ninja. It could be good for Yuriko. You have a lot of things entering and leaving the battlefield at any given time. So it could get pretty big, and it could force people to double block, leaving them less blockers to block your other creatures. So it could be interesting. I didn't like that it was 2 mana, but now that I reread the ability that it hits every permanent anybody has, it gets pretty big pretty quickly. Like treasures are going to grow this ginormously.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on
Not
this,
token permanent.
Matteo?
I think it's great. It's definitely one that some archetypes of Yuriko love more than others. One I've played most of all, the more aggressive style, loves this card.
Yeah.
They play already 2 mana ninjas, and this one is amazing. It'll get through most of the time with menace, and eventually, as soon as it starts building up, it'll become a major threat to life totals where it needs to be dealt with.
Do you think this sees any play outside of Yuriko?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
I think it will, yeah.
I mean more off meta type decks, but like something like a Yawgmoth style deck that leaves tons of stuff leaves the battlefield, they would love this card.
I think this is going to see hella play in Time. Another tool for Time where it's going to have like 4 or 5. It could have easily 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, that's so fair.
I also think that I'm going to take a look at it in Blue Farm, but I think TMNT decks might have a case for it just as a very good attacker. Like a menace
It is
thing.
a good attacker.
It has menace. It's going to need to be at least chumped by 2 things, and those 2 things will grow it when they chump it. And on... maybe it's just a menace big attacker, but for 2 mana, it might be worth looking at.
I really like the Tyam comment, because, like, if you have, like, a carrying feeder and this, you're getting 2 counters per sack. Like, it's pretty hot. Like, it can get you a lot of, like, infinite counters pretty quickly.
I think, for me, this is creeping up to, like, a 2.5. It's going to be really good in decks that want the counters or that want to pressure life totals quickly, like a Yuriko. And I think there might be a case just to try it in some TMNT decks as a good attacker. Not saying it's going to be great there, but it might be worth a try.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I was trying to think of, like, other decks that can use the sacking ability. Like, it can get pretty big in, like, Corvold. But Corvold doesn't really care about attackers or anything like that, but it just gets really big. And then you can have, like, the Walking Ballista Agatha Soul Cauldron to convert those counters.
Yeah, that's not.
But
It's not the best use of that combo, but
no,
because it
for
doesn't
sure.
replace the counter on it, unless you.
Yeah, it's not great,
But it's not bad. It's like there's. Oh, you know what? I got there.
it does replace the counters by killing mana dorks.
If you get it up to 40, you can fling it at someone and kill them, and then you remove a player. You up your win percentage by like 8%. There you go. Ah, we
From
solved it.
fourth
Exactly.
position, it ups your win percentage by much more.
CEDH is a solved format now.
What's next on the list here?
Next up, actually, I put this one on the list. Casey Jones, Back Alley Brute. 3 in a red, sorry, for Menace. Whenever Casey Jones attacks, put a 1/1 counter on a target attacking creature. Whenever you put one or more 1/1 counters on a creature you control, Casey Jones deals that much damage to target opponent. It's a 4/2. Let's all say the deck that it goes in at the same time. 1, 2, 3, Obnixilis.
Obnixilis.
Oh,
This goes
I have
infinite
no
with
idea.
Obnixilis.
does it actually? Hold on.
After reading that second part.
Yeah.
When you put a one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, deals that much to target opponent. Okay, how do you put 1/+1/+1 counters?
Whenever one of our opponents each lose exactly 1 life, put a 1/1 counter on Obnixilis.
Oh, it's not just on Casey. Yep,
Yeah.
that is an infinite combo.
It's
That is better than all will be one.
1 mana cheaper and not a creature, so it's easier to remove, harder to interact with on the stack. This is a 2 in Obnixilis. This will go in every Obnixilis deck. I'm going to put it in my Obnixilis deck on Arena, and I'm going to laugh at people because now I have 2 All Will Be Ones. There's probably some
people.
outside.
To be fair, people are cutting all will be one.
Are they really?
Yeah, a lot of Obnixilis don't like it because it's like a very telegraphed play, and B it costs a lot of mana, and it's easy to counter. So it just kind of has that like. It's not the gameplay they want to play. It's like it's a nice I win the game, but it's like it's hard to get it to land to win the game, if that makes sense.
Well, this is 1 mana cheaper, and creatures are notoriously more difficult to interact with on the stack than
Yeah.
non-creatures. At least in CDH, because that's what the meta's tuned to. I still think this is a 2 in Obnixilis and a 0 everywhere else, unless that second ability comes up as a counter engine somewhere. I guess Shalai and Halar would also work, but that's not
Maybe.
really.
Yeah, I agree. It could be. It's an all-star in Obnix. Not being able to be countered by a Swan Song is just so strong.
Also works with Shalai and Halar, but again, that was never really a CDH commander. So
Not if you ask Boyd.
hey, you know what? I mean, I guess it has the combos to be played in CDH. The colors are probably what holds it back. Either way, you're looking
it's
for combos
a-
like that. Anything where it infinitely combos is going to be a 2 in that deck for me. Anything else, it's unplayable.
Yeah. No, it's fair. I didn't read this card. I honestly skipped a lot of the bigger mana cost stuff because I was running out of time.
Yeah,
But-
that's okay.
This is a hot card for Obnix. Afraid to see it against me.
Next up, we have Splinter's Demonic Tutor. Splinter's Technique. 3 in a black or 1 in a black if you sneak it. It doesn't come in tapped and attacking because it's a sorcery, but it does search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Sometimes a Demonic Tutor. Most of the time a Demonic Tutor, I would say, in Yuriko.
Otherwise, it's a Diabolic Tutor.
Otherwise, it's worse Grim Tutor. Diabolic Tutor. Yeah, Diabolic Tutor. Yeah, I forgot.
I'm not high on this card, Matteo. I think again, Sneak has that huge downside you mentioned earlier, where it has to be done before your creatures do combat damage. Like it's nice to bounce an Ornithopter, but what?
Oh yeah, but if you don't have creatures in play that you want to lose value on, it's not great. I mean, yeah, searching the library for a card is great, and I mean, it does happen before damage is dealt, so there could be some shenanigans you could do.
Oh, you could totally just brain freeze, grab a brainstorm, and put a big card on
Exactly.
top, or a vamp tutor. Like you could search for a tutor to top deck tutor or something.
Yeah, I think there's some
Not bad, yeah. I still think it's pretty fringe one.
Definitely, it'll see some potential playability. I'm sure I'll try it out, see how it ends up feeling, but as it looks now, I feel like it won't end up making the cut.
Yeah. I'm probably a 1 on it. You need a reason to play it. But it'll be okay, I think. Not terrible, definitely not great. Dream Beavers is the next card. One black mana for a creature. Flying. When this creature enters, each opponent loses one and you gain one. Scry 1. It's a 1/1. This is just a 1 mana flyer for Yuriko.
And it scries.
Scry is actually not unuseful, you're not wrong.
Exactly. And even the life loss isn't that irrelevant. I mean, this will see most play in the more aggressive style deck that wants to drain life totals, where if you bring this in and out repeatedly, it'll end up mattering.
Yeah, play this turn 1, your opponent's already at 39. Get Yuriko turn 2. Maybe you also recast it turn 2. You're doing a lot of damage real quickly.
I think in
Go ahead.
It's also 1 mana with Invasion. It's kind of like the niche thing that Yuriko really wants in their 1-drops.
I mean, honestly, there are plenty of different 1-drops that fit this slot of enablers that help Yuriko get out, that help ninjutsu other ninjas. That I feel like in most of the decks, this will be one of the many that could be ran. But in the more aggressive style, it will be one of the ones that definitely is slotted in.
Yeah. I definitely see this being more aggressive. The Scry 1 is not something you can also be, looked over.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's pretty... It could be very useful, because you could... Later in the game, you could cast this, attack with Yuriko, and have that Scry card be a 15-drop that you know there is there.
Oh, exactly.
Or you can
even
put
get rid of
a land to the bottom of your deck.
Alright, so it's going to be a 1 for me. It's good in Yuriko. It's solid playable. I don't think it's going to see play anywhere else.
I think it's a 2 for Yuriko. I think this is probably my favorite 1-drop for Yuriko right now. At least from this set.
I feel like it's up there. I think it's like high 1s, pushing 2.
Alright. Next up we have Shredder, Shadowmaster. 5 mana, 3 and 2 black, sorry. Whenever Shredder attacks a player, for each other opponent, create a token that's a copy of Shredder tapped and attacking that player, except it isn't legendary. Sacrifice those tokens at the end of combat. So Myriad for a legendary creature. Whenever Shredder deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life, rounded up. It is a 5/5. Was this your card, Joe, or was it Matteo? I can't remember.
I mentioned this one there.
Okay, yeah.
I do like it. I mean, I wish it was a lot better in every way, but it'll definitely see play in one archetype in particular. One I've been dabbling in recently a little bit, a more Reanimator style, where paying 5 mana for this, not great. Can attack the turn it comes in, doesn't have evasion itself. But if you're pitching this and reanimating it way earlier, an extra 3 triggers from one creature is great. If you can manage that.
Extra 2.
And there's also 5 damage to
2 creatures, 2 triggers, but still.
Or 3 total triggers.
Yeah, that's true.
From one creature.
And it's exponential if you have Irma.
And the life loss, half their life will be relevant if it connects.
Yeah,
that is fair. That's also a huge thing. I don't mind that in the Reanimator effect. I'd never seen a Yuriko do that. A 5-drop, also a 5-drop. You don't care about sometimes seeing big mana drops 5 or 6, because it can be just hey, it's just a good card for Yuriko. If I get it out there eventually, it'll do work, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it'll probably really only see play in the Reanimator style, because honestly, we don't try to ramp out too much into these big cards, so we're usually playing it out on potentially curve. We might just have to tap 5 lands to cast the card in most of the decks.
Next
which
turn, it could be scary.
Sure, yeah, if we can get there.
Yeah, turn 6 is not likely. Though you play your variants seem I would have not said you were aggressive. I would say you would be control. But I guess you also. I feel like I can't tell what version you're on. So it's sometimes you look like you're control. Sometimes you're playing aggressive. But every time you're against me, it's control. I swear.
Oh yeah. You could consider the main archetype I've been playing recently, especially with the more turbo style meta, is a more tempo list where it tries to grind a bit of advantage out and push for alternate wins with the life loss as a back end.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I do, one of my favorite starting ones was the aggressive life total matters, where it pushes with ninjas.
Fair enough. That's
Nice.
like the entry mode Yuriko.
Definitely. It's usually where you start, and then you can build it up from there.
Next up, we have Foot Chopper. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 black ninja creature token, then attach this equipment to it. Sorry, 1 and a black. Equipped creature has flying. When a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, draw cards equal to its power. It has equipped too. This was for...
Yeah, this one I mentioned. It's an interesting card. It's practically, in the sense, a 2-mana ninja. It'll have flying, which is great. In the end, it won't see too much play because there are so many other 2-mana ninjas you would play rather than something like this. But an interesting tech with the other card we looked at earlier, that Donatello that copies artifacts.
Yeah, that's
If you copy something like this, it's an extra creature in play, an extra ninja. And even if you are down on cards, the last effect can get you an extra card or two depending on what it's on.
Yep.
Yeah, you can. Interesting that you could kind of like bounce play this, bounce this ninja to play Donatello, hit with Donatello, and then make another ninja anyways. So it kind of net neutrals itself for bouncing it. Also, sacrificing the creature after it does damage to draw a card, not irrelevant. Equal to its power.
True, and any kind of Lord effects will increase that even more, which will be great.
Yeah, and sometimes I've seen you just hold up 6-7 mana, mostly to play control, but if you probably have like that wiggle room to sometimes equip 2 and just have it as a hey, I don't need this creature, I don't mind it dying effect, just to draw a couple more cards.
Exactly. I mean, seeing more cards is always great.
Yeah.
This you can play a fun game with this card, where exactly how many cards can you draw with the Shredder in CEDH? How big can you get your Shredder before you sacrifice it? 20? 30? 40? And that's for 4 mana too, 6 mana, so that's like slightly better ad nauseum.
Oh, that's the 2-drop Shredder.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think...
This is a 2 for me. I think this will be pretty 2 or a 1. It's somewhere in there. It's obviously.
I think it's a 1. I think for 2 mana to get your invasion ninja is not typically. I mean, invasion. It's not typically where you want to be. The fact that it's a ninja, it's pretty decent. But
there is also the play pattern of equip this to Yuriko, deal damage with Yuriko, sacrifice Yuriko to it, and then it's just 2 mana again to bring it back out on the next. You can even do the same.
Yeah,
thing.
but that's a 4 mana loop, like.
Yeah, but you're talking in a control version of the deck over a number of turns.
Definitely not bad. Yeah, especially if you know the board state going around the turn, you wouldn't be able to hit with Yuriko being just a 1/3 on the ground anyway. I mean, a Foot Chopper would give it flying. The other big downside might be we do run the free spells that all involve commander in play.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's notable. This makes your Yuriko fly for 2 mana.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely think in the 2-drop slot, there's definitely a lot other better ones, but it is one definitely to be considered.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. What else do we have, Kev?
Let's go to Sewer Valence Cam. Blue mana, just 1 blue mana. Artifact. Flash. When this enters or leaves the battlefield, you may tap or untap target creature. 3 and a blue. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw 2 cards.
Like I put this card on there.
Sorry.
I put this card on here. I don't know if anybody else did.
It goes infinite with Urza and Retraction Helix. That's pretty much what it is. This is an Urza card through and through.
So your Retraction Helix, you actually get 2 of these triggers, so you're untapping something else as well, so you're making infinite mana.
Yep.
I think it would all depend on
2 constructs.
what retraction is on. You can put it on any creature with this, and untap the creature with this entering. Or if it's on a Valley Floodcaller effect that will untap it anyway.
Yeah,
it's
you
even
back
better.
Your opponent's non-land permanents too, because you get the extra untap. There's a lot you can do with this. I think it's a 2 in. The fuck's the? I just said it. I think it's a 2 in Urza, and a maybe one if it can combo with something else, but it's probably just a 0 elsewhere.
I was thinking like this has to be something good. Like it has all the words to make it feel really strong.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I just
And
couldn't
untapping
think of
creatures.
like a good place to put it. Like it's not just Urza that this is strong in. Like it's infinite mana in any deck that could play blue Retraction Helix.
You
On
need
tappers, like it substitutes
creature,
as a Valley Flood Caller in this case. So if you have like a Bloom Tender that taps for mana, it's like, or anything that taps for blue mana can get there, right? Like your Kin Index can tap for blue mana with Bloom Tender.
Yeah, because
and things like that.
you put the retraction effect on the thing that taps for blue mana. Tap it, play sewer, untap, tap it, bounce sewer, untap. Yeah.
No, you can play this on any Retraction Helix on any creature. It enters, untaps your Bloom Tender, or untaps that creature that bounces
And
it.
then it leaves
Then when it
untap.
leaves, you untap Bloom Tender.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a 1 for me. It'll be a central piece in combos, whatever deck it's in. When you see this, you expect to lose that game if you don't counter the spell.
Sure. I mean, for some reason, it's got
definitely-
flash.
It's intriguing. I think it almost
Oh, that's
pumps up
true. It
to.
actually it's an instant speed combo too. I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
I think it could be can get up to 3. I think it can see in various amount of decks, but
I could
I
see,
don't think it
I
will
could
be
see a
seen a
world where
lot, but
I-
it could be good when it's seen.
I could see a world where it's a 3. I'm more thinking in Urza. You'll see it mostly in Urza and a little.
Droira would love this, I think.
Yeah, Joyro would
Yeah.
draw infinite cards with this.
It goes infinite with Retraction Helix and other, like, anything, right? Like, it's interesting.
Yeah. Next up, we have Party Dude. Green mana for an enchantment. It's a class. When this class enters, each player creates a food token. Pay 1 and a green to level it up to level 2. At level 2, whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. That's the mode we're here for. The last one, 4 and a green, whenever one or more of your opponents are attacked, up to one target attacking creature gets +X/+X until end of turn where X is the number of cards in your hand. Whatever. We're here for the second mode. Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. I think you also had this one, Joseph.
I did, for
so
one
this-
very particular reason. Andrew also shouted this card out.
Yeah, we
very
were talking
early.
about this in our group chat, like when we saw it come up in the pre-releases.
Do not play this card.
Oh, okay. Do not play this card.
Yes.
Go on.
Do not play this card. You die to a stiff breeze in every Tymna Chroma deck. That stiff breeze being a Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe, whenever an opponent draws a card, create an artifact that taps and sacks. Essentially, this says whenever your opponent makes a treasure, draw a card, or sacks a treasure, draw a card.
That's the.
But
big
then
draw
you
for
make
me.
another treasure, and then they can sack another treasure to make you draw your deck and kill you.
So
So
you need-
unless you're trying to counter every single Smothering Tithe you ever see, do not play this card. This is going to kill you really quickly.
I am gonna go with the other side in that it's so good with everything except for Smothering Tithe. It's probably worth playing in your green decks. If you see a Smothering Tithe, if it comes down before you level this up, don't play this card. You pitch this card, you put it in your graveyard, you exile it to Underworld Breach. If you're not playing against a pod that has white, you play the absolute shit out of this card. This
Yeah,
card
but,
says
like-
your opponent makes a mana, you draw a card. That's fucking good. That's so fucking
But if you have no counter magic in your hand, and you play this card, and then there's a Smothering Tithe, you play it and level it, and then the next opponent plays a Smothering Tithe, you just lose that game. You can't do shit.
So if they have one Smothering,
It's not a May.
If they play, I know it's not a May. That's why it's an interesting discussion. If they play Smothering Tithe after this, and try to force you to draw your deck, they need to have like 3 or 4 extra treasures to stop all your bounce effects from going off.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna untap with my deck in my hand. If you playing CDH and you cannot win with your deck in your hand, you're either playing a very niche deck or not playing CDH.
But here's the thing: is I cast Smothering Tithe and then do nothing. I'll wait 2 turns to get a couple of treasures in the field, and as soon as you try to go off, I'll kill you.
Sure.
Like you have a gun to your head. If you want to play a gun to your head, sure, play this card. But I'm not playing this card in any of my green decks because I think
green should play this card. This is like a ristic study for green, with a small downside that you lose to one specific card.
That is in the top meta decks.
It's in one of the top meta decks.
It's in at least 3 of the top meta decks.
Blue Farm.
Sisse. 5-color good stuff.
I haven't seen Sisse in
Dog Thrust. I've seen tons of Sisse, but that's like my local meta. Dog Thrust.
I haven't seen Dog Thrust in a while either.
You just have not played a lot of tournaments.
Alright.
Those are like the decks I play a lot. Those are popular decks. Timna, Thrasios.
I think you play this card and you just have to watch out for a Smothering Tithe. That's just what it boils down to for me. This is a 3 for me. This is a 3 as long as you play very responsibly with it.
Terra, Marnius Calgar.
Are you going to name off all the decks that have white in them? Because I can name off all the decks that don't have white in them. Hey, Matteo, what decks don't have white in them?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Name a deck without white.
What is blue and black?
Wow, blue and black are 2 really good colors.
I'm telling you.
I wonder if there was a game-winning combo in there.
It has such a bad downside that I don't think it.
Now, that said, I am looking forward to someone misplaying this and killing them with the Smothering Tithe. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait for my opponents to play it against my
It's unfortunate I don't play green. I really wish I could play this card.
Yeah, and I'm going to play Kenrith and play a Smothering Tithe turn 3 every time.
It just boils down. There's not going to be a Smothering Tithe every time.
No, it can be good, but again, you're also banking on your opponents to play artifacts, which some decks are really good at that. Some decks are not. Most decks are not. To clarify.
There's enough just sideways treasures, treasures here and there in CDH. I think this will be fine.
It's not bad, but having to rely on your opponents to do something for you to get benefit isn't always that great.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks really nice on paper. I think the biggest argument was the Smothering Tithe argument. It's like, every time somebody cracks a treasure was nice, but then reading the card explains the card, and it's like every time someone cracks a treasure, they make a treasure and can crack it again, and you have to draw. It's a forced draw. It feels really, really bad at its lows.
I think this is good. 3 may have been a little harsh, high, maybe 2.5, but I think this could definitely see some good play.
I'm at a 0.5. I think someone's going to play, they're going to die with it, and they're going to unsleeve it.
I don't think it's going to be, I think people who are results over process will have that effect. Will have that mindset, but you unsleeve this the first time you lose to it. I think if you need to stick with this card and learn how to read it.
Fine, they're going to lose to it twice.
Oh my god, can you let me fucking finish? They're gonna lose.
I am passionate, Kevin.
That's exactly what we want to do, ignite the passion. And I am passionate that this should see play in CDH. What are your thoughts, Matteo? What are you...
I think it's not bad. I think it's middle. I'd probably say it's a 2. You will see it quite often. My biggest downside is I'm just not a fan of relying on other people to do stuff for me to get advantage.
And that's fair. But this draws you cards when someone goes to Underworld Breach combo. This draws you cards when someone just cracks an LED or a Lotus Petal or a Tarmon script.
Definitely. But there's also all the other artifacts like the Chrome Mox, the Mox opals, that all stay in play.
Grinding Station just feeds the hell out of this card.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Sure. I just don't know how often you're going to see a artifact go to the graveyard, and it's not being a repeated effect.
I don't play green, but if you play green, please tell me your thoughts on this card, because
I play a couple of green decks.
Yeah,
Like it.
you don't count.
Thanks.
No, you count, of course, but I want to hear from someone who's not you.
Fair enough.
Because we know your opinion. I put up Toka and Razor, probably Razor. Toka and Razor, terrible 2s. It is red black hybrid mana. The spell can't be countered. Menace. Whenever a player casts a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast it was less than its mana value, Toka and Razor deal 3 damage to that player. This is just interesting for me for a lot of the cost reduction effects we have in CEDH. Lots of decks that want to go off rely on a cost reducer. I think this might be worth exploring for that reason. Other than that, I think it's unplayable.
It could be interesting in like a aggressive Rakdos deck.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing you'll see of it is triggering off of free spells.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again,
all the free counter spells and everything, they just bolt you now.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, you kind of have a pseudo effect like this of free spells on was it Roiling Vortex, which you don't see anywhere.
You see it in like Slicer and stuff like that, but this can't be played in Slicer yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe this was a mistake to put on the list.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's spicy, but it's really good against ninjas.
Actually, it is really good against Sneak. That's not wrong. The brand new mechanic.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not ninjutsu. Ninjutsu sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a good mechanic for Matteo. It sucks against this card.
So this is like a 0.5 for me. If you get in a meta, if we ever get in a meta where like Helm of Awakening is the card that reduces all cards by 1. I think it's Helm of Awakening.
Yes.
It's really good against Ral.
Yeah, really good against Ral. Every spell Ral cast is reduced by 1.
And deals 3 damage. If you're thinking, oh, I'm seeing 7 Rals at this tournament next week, sleeve this card and I'm going to hit my head against the table.
Well, no, you'll dig 20 cards deep and try to find a lightning bolt for it. Some sort of
I could only dig 12 cards deep.
12 times 3 is 36, yeah.
Yeah, assuming you're at close to max life already.
Well,
but I also could lose a life to Ral.
Ral deals damage to itself, to the player too. So
like,
yeah, so against Ral,
I have to high roll.
Against Atali, this is pretty good because all the spells I cast are when they combo off, they're free spells, right?
Yeah,
they don't have to cast their spells, but to chain Atali, you need to cast free spells. So.
Could be
This might be a 1. This might be a 1 for me the more we talk about it.
I just can't name a deck that cares.
We need like a Rakdos Stacks deck. If someone make a Rakdos Stacks deck, put this in it.
If it was Boros,
beat up on every Ral and Atali player and make Joseph's life and tournaments.
If it was Boros, I would hard play this deck.
This is Boros would be really good.
Yeah, if it was Boros, I would play this in Winota.
Decks that want to answer the meta too, like a mid-range T and K. Oh, it's a player though, so even the T and K spells, the blue farm spells are going to be. Yeah, I don't know because it hits you too. That's really hard. Rowan, yeah, but it's
because it hits yourself.
Yeah, but does Rowan ever untap itself and tap itself again?
I don't know.
I don't have. I haven't
maybe
played
not
against Rowan.
But if you could get like a couple of effects beforehand, it's kind of hot.
Yeah. We got 2 cards left. Sorry, this is a 1 for me, but the reason it's not synergy with the commander, there's going to be a proper metaphor. That's the meta you put it in. You need to be attacking the meta to play this card.
Oh, I definitely agree. Yeah.
Second last card, Kitsune's Technique. 4 and 2 blue, instant, or sneak for 1 and a blue. Target opponent mills half their library. Round it up. I don't know who had this one.
I put it on there. It's a 6-drop that gets hit by Yuriko that you could sometimes play that doesn't seem relevant at all. It's probably like a 0.2 for me, but I thought it was the most interesting. This is the highest non-creature ninja card, mana cost ninja card that I could find. So I think 6 damage to a player and then potentially mill half of a library could be good against like a Kinnan or something like that doesn't use Underworld Breach. You don't want to use this against a deck that uses Underworld Breach, or at least has a way to recur Underworld
Please
Breach.
mill half of my blue farm deck. If this said any player, you could make the legitimate case to play this in blue farm. Just mill yourself for half when you know you have an Underworld Breach in hand, and you're going to get there. But it doesn't say player, it says opponent. It's a 0 for me. I don't think Yuriko cares enough to mill other opponents out. They attack from a different angle normally.
Yeah, if it was a 15 drop, it would be good.
Yeah, but there's the way CEDH decks are built is you want every card working towards a common goal, and I think it's too far off to the side. There's other better 6-mana things with alternate costs that you could probably put in that slot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that you're losing a creature for it, and another big thing, the fact that it's target opponent and not each opponent. You're trying to put someone out of the game potentially, and even not killing them with half their library gone. I'm not a huge fan of it.
It's a 0.
I'm not gonna lie, Underworld Breach decks that like Grixis decks, it could be interesting tech against the Grixis deck because they can't reoccur Underworld Breach, and 50-50 chance that you hit it.
Yeah, that's not terrible, but there's also other
It's
win
pretty
cons in the
bad.
deck. It's pretty bad.
Exactly.
I was really trying to sugarcoat that.
No, I think this card's terrible, but I thought it was like noteworthy.
Yeah,
Just an interesting piece.
yeah.
Modern Mill? I don't think Modern Mill has any attackers that will... Actually, the Hedron Crabs can...
Hedron Crabs can attack and get in for 0, and if they're not blocked, oh boy.
Exactly.
Oh boy, there goes half of your library.
The last card we're going to talk about is Shredder's Technique. 2 and a black for a sorcery. It has Sneak for just a black mana. Destroy target creature or enchantment. If an enchantment was destroyed this way, you lose 2 life.
I put this on my list. I think it has that, like, yes, I don't want to lose my ninjas, but at the same time, there's a very troublesome enchantment on the board. I could just get rid of it, or a creature on the board. I could get rid of it. It sucks that it is like sorcery speed on your turn, but it could be like interesting tech. I think it's less than a 1 for a Yuriko deck, but it could be, hey, I'm going to see a hard mid-range tournament. I don't want to see all these Ristic studies, so I'll play this just to kind of get rid of 1, but it's probably not ever going to see play.
I don't think returning a creature to your hand is worth a 2 mana reduction, because you're probably paying on average 2 mana to get that creature back out anyway. This is, I think, worse than Feed the Swarm. You don't lose life all the time when you cast this as opposed to Feed the Swarm, but Feed the Swarm is a mana less, and especially in a deck like, not that we're only talking about Yuriko, but a deck like Yuriko, your life total isn't terribly important. So,
yeah. Would you play it if it was an instant?
Me?
No, Matteo.
I don't think so. I mean, the biggest upside is the fact that it is sneaked. But I mean, sneaked regardless of sorcery or instant, it's time locked anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, even 3 mana for an instance, I don't think it would be great. I mean, enchant removal is hard to come by. There's not, like, Feed the Swarm is practically the only card that does it.
I can't name another black card that enchantment removals.
I think more Yuriko leans on bounce to answer enchantments than remove. I mean, I don't want to step on your toes, Matteo.
No,
I thought it was just an interesting enough card to just mention.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think about this card. Joseph, can you narrate my actions? I'll tell you what I think about this card.
He's walking away. He's gone. He left. And that's all, folks. Thank you very much for joining Ignite CDH podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, like, subscribe, join our Discord below. Come talk to us. Tell us how wrong we are about Party Dude or any of the cards we talked about today. I can't wait to be told I'm wrong and then argue my way out of it. I love arguing. I love trying to be right. Also, tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. But if you enjoyed the episode, see you next week, or see you at the tournament. Enjoy.
Like, subscribe, comment, join our Discord, get involved with the discussion.
I said all of this, Kevin. You walked away.
You know what? It was for dramatic effect.
Oh, and also, thank you, Matteo, for coming out to the podcast, buddy.
Yes,
Well,
thank
you
very
so much for
Matteo.
having me.
It was great to have the expert on to talk about the set that's
Ninjas.
probably going to have the most Yuriko cards for the next 5 years.
Probably. The Magic doesn't
When
like
did
printing stuff for
Kamigawa come
Yuriko.
out?
Is there a Kamigawa coming up?
No, when did Kamigawa?
Neon Dynasty.
Not the Neon Dynasty specifically.
That was before March of the Machines, so 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, every 5 years,
Long.
Matteo, let's go.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know they don't like printing cards for Yuriko. I'm sure there's cards in the set that they specifically made sure I can't play.
Yeah, they definitely dumbed down a couple cards, it seems like. They definitely dumbed down the sneak mechanic.
Oh, yeah, ninjutsu ain't coming back for some time unless it's ninjas.
They were like, oh shit, we played a 2-mana commander that never increases? That was a mistake.
We're very organized here. We definitely do all our work ahead of time.
No, all good. I'm even trying to pull up what
Highlander
I can.
Club. Oh, don't forget,
Yeah.
ETB is on April 4th. I don't know if you want to go that far ahead or not.
I was just pulling up the next month, but
Yeah, okay.
we can also do early April because there's 2 tournaments I want to talk about then.
Yep. Mana Lounge is the 28th. That's the one in London. St. Catherine's has a bracket 3 tournament in March 6th. February 28th.
The 15th?
Tough Mulligan's February 28th. Don't forget that one.
Well, yeah, sure. That does not show up on my local area.
Yep, because it's online. Which is funny. You'd think they would just put the online tournaments at the top because anybody can join them.
It would be really nice if that was the case.
Yeah.
Shit.
People who run Top Deck, you're probably not listening. But if you are, make that a thing. Check something
Fuck.
else. So you can include on
I kind of want to play that top deck, but I also want to go on a date with my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, just scrub out and you play the tournament one of these. 8th is the main lounge in London. 29th is the Dual Land tournament in Cordis. I'm going to be driving far that weekend. Holy cow.
Yeah, you're going one way an hour and then the other way 2 hours.
First thing we have up is Irma, Part-Time Mutants. Matteo, you highlighted this one specifically. What do you see in it?
Yeah, I mean, personally,
Well,
for
it's a
Yuriko
good title.
specifically.
Oh, that's a great title.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. We're good. I'm just getting the other one set up while you do this. Background.
Exactly. No, I
Matteo,
mean,
what do you see in this? I'm laughing
this
at a
is
play
just-
we had in our last tournament. Me and Matteo were playing against each other. I put a Grand Abolisher on the stack, and they're like, "Are you going to win with it?" And I'm like, "It's kind of a game-winning spell." You pitched. I had Hexing Squelcher out, but another player had a Mindbreak Trap. So Matteo pitched 6 cards, including casting 3 spells, to counter the Grand Abolisher on the stack with the other person's Mindbreak Trap. It was a hell of a play. I did end up winning that game, I think. Turns out when you get a player to pitch their hand to counter a spell, you win the game. That was the best Grand Abolisher I've never resolved. It was you had to though. You were in a tight spot, but it just just reminded me of that. Oh, do you have any socials? Any way people can contact you if you want to talk about you? Talk to you about a Yuriko or this episode. If you don't want to
not
put it
really.
out
I
there,
mean-
that's fine too.
I mean, I don't really have, unfortunately, too much. I pretty much just mainly on Discord there.
So if you want to talk to Matteo, you come to our Discord. You tag @Durdr, DURDR,
That is me.
and you'll get Matteo. Anything else you want to say before you go?
No, I think that's just about it. Thanks a bunch for having me. It was great to
awesome, yeah.
talk to you.
Say hi to your dad.
Will do.